www.lovethenumber2jamradio.com. It's going down this Friday. It's Real with Rillos. I am comedian Rillos. So many things. Shout out to Miss Lovey on the ones and twos.
That ain't shit.
We about to cut up tonight. Hey, it's Real Rillos and Corn. Corn is actually not here tonight. He has a show out in Brenham. If you're listening and you in the car in Brenham, pull up on him. Check out his Facebook. It's supposed to be a dope show. It's a couple other cats on there that I know as well, but go check out Cornelius White. Follow him. And I believe he's in Arlington tomorrow night, so he's definitely out there working.
Shout out to Corn.
Special guests have arrived, so we getting this thing started. We got Trust Who in the building. And Dub done slid through. Right on. Producer.
Let him out the cave.
They will be coming back for a Jam and a Cramming segment, but I heard Trust wanted to come rock with me and talk about a couple different things on Real Rillos, so he's here for that. And Dub's gonna chime in as well. He got a microphone in front of him. Anything y'all want to say to the people? Start it off and let them know who y'all are, what y'all do.
What up? You know what it is, man. _Trust Who _ #Trust Who.
What's good? Dub, the producer.
Dub?
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So, shit. I want to say, like, shout out to Miss Lovey. Love the Jam be jamming.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So one day I was listening to Love the Jam and I was like into it, and the music just stopped playing, and the niggas started talking. I'm like, what the fuck? I was jamming. Then I realized it was me coming on the radio. I'm like, oh shit, that whole ass nigga who interrupted the music with me.
The hell?
Shit, I gotta stop smoking. That's what shit. I don't know what the fuck my weed man been selling me. But we got the homie truck. We got a couple different things that happened this week. We done locked in an impeachment. They supposed to be they are allegedly voting on that soon. And
there's no point in
election.
That's stupid.
No, it's not. That's smart. You gotta get him eliminated because he will be back. He has enough money to be back. So if you can eliminate him from even running again, if he gets in it, he got enough dumb people behind him who gonna follow him.
Bro, once you get impeached,
you can't run again.
No.
Exactly. That's why they need to do it.
But he done already got impeached once.
Nah, it's different.
No, it's the same shit. It just didn't go to Supreme Court. Because
you get impeached and then they vote, and once they have a vote to determine, and that vote within that vote determines if you can run again.
Okay.
That's why, like with this next one, they need like so many Democrats to vote plus 17 Republicans. Like they need all the Democrats plus 17 Republicans.
Well, I mean, I said the reason why I said it don't matter no more is because the Democrats have already taken over the House and the Senate. It's a majority, all blue, everything. So it really don't matter if. So
what happens in 4 years, 8 years when the
House? It will have to be 8 years.
When the House possibly flips.
Even if it is, you think that nigga's still gonna be alive in 8 years?
Oh,
Come on now.
I can't say I hope. I hope not.
That nigga like 78 years old, bro.
Oh, I don't know how old.
I'm telling you, he's old as fuck. And just like this is probably our closest we ever gonna be.
Is he older than the person we got?
Yeah, he older than Biden. That's what I call him, the Sleepy Joe. Nah, they probably around the. I know Biden is older than him, but yeah. But this would probably be our closest chance to having a black female president because Biden is 2 clicks from motherfucking the grave.
Well, what to switch it? Let's get in here. Let's get her in here. Shout out to Chucks and Pearls. That's another thing I wanted to make sure I brought up.
Chucks and Pearls.
Yes. Do you know what that was?
No, I want you to tell me.
KK, did you know what it was behind? I'm sure KK knows.
Yes, for Kamala Harris.
All right, so Kamala Harris was the first. Well, the outfit she had together, she had on Chucks and Pearls, and that was like something that stood out from everything else because you rarely see that combination together. And so, a lot of people did it to honor her being the first vice president. So it was a lot of people wearing Chucks and Pearls, and that was like to shout her out, represent.
My favorite thing that I saw was the little history pictures that they had of all the past vice presidents, and then it had her black ass on the very. All these old white men and since you know what I'm saying, the 1800s, 17th century, and then you see her black ass right there.
It's about time. I think it's time. Like that's what we needed. Like as a country, we needed something different. And I feel like things are only gonna go up from here. They already gave us $600. They talking about giving us $1,400 more. Shit, y'all give me money, y'all good with me. Shit, I don't care what else y'all do. But another thing, they talk about giving out 100 million COVID vaccines, in 100 days. That's a lot of people that's ahead of schedule. So I feel like that's good. A problem I did have was like when Trump left, they found out he never even had a plan. He was just going as is.
Well, most people don't have individual
plan?
plans. They have like people.
He's not most people. He was the president.
I know. Even I'm saying the president don't sit there and just come up with shit and then
The
throw
people
it out
around
there.
you do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. His advisors and all that good shit,
but
and other people.
That just like a lot of people voted for him, and to see what's been going on for just about a year in our country, and for there to be no plan whatsoever. Like even when it comes to somebody coming from overseas with the new strain, he not shutting off the borders. He not shutting off at least the international airports. Like do something, and then he left it like you got a whole group of people coming from down up to the United States, like a whole caravan of people. He trying to stop that. Like he just left everything so out of whack. It was so many things that wasn't fixed before he left. And when you look at the news now, you see Biden. He constantly signing. He probably been signing his. He ain't got no sleep because he been signing executive orders since he got inaugurated. Like just look at all the stuff he's doing. He's trying to fix the coronavirus, stop whatever's going on at the border, control this, control people who stealing vaccines already. Like how you stealing half a vaccine? You ain't even stealing the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? The doctor he stole like 14 vaccines to get to his family and got caught. Now they ain't gonna get the other half. Then you go get the other half, you going to jail. Oh, you got an illegal vaccine? Come on, come get the other half. Come with us. Put these cuffs on.
Nigga, we gotta go to Canada.
You gotta have a vaccine.
Free vaccines.
Hell nah, they out of line. I probably would have snitched on him.
What you think about all this, Trust? You sitting over there quiet and shit.
Oh no, I'm good. Appreciate it. Sorry about that.
You can't do that. If you touch it, you gotta hit it. You can't just touch it.
I don't know what I thought he was handing me, but I did not think it was a mark.
That might as well been.
I don't know what I thought he was handing me. I thought maybe I dropped something and he just picked it up for me.
Either way, nigga, you can't do that.
I apologize. I repent.
Move that to you, Trust. Bring the mic to your action. Yes, please.
What's good, Trust, man? How you feel about this election, man? See anything you liked?
Well, man, to be honest, I don't even.
You don't even know who won.
Nah, I do know that.
Don't do my boy.
I know the boy's in office now, right? And old girl. And
shit, well, he can call her old girl. She cool now.
Base. Okay, right, so I think, I don't know, man, I just don't really get into the whole, you know what I mean?
Politics, thank you.
Because,
It ain't for us.
Even outside,
they're not elected.
even outside of, but I would say even outside of the politics, there were a lot of things that did happen during that process, like for young girls to see what African American girls to see what Kamala Harris is doing. That's inspiring. You never know who that's pulling up, because even back then when you had Martin Luther King and prior to that, like those people pulled other people up through the things they were doing, and
correct.
And you never know who's gonna be greater than what she's doing. She might pull up the next female black president,
or all the way more black.
Exactly.
Or even a black woman with a black husband. Hold on.
Whole black house.
Imagine if she had a black husband and he was like the first nigga.
That nigga.
The first nigga, he'd be the first.
No, he gonna be. He gonna be the second nigga. The first nigga was Stedman.
All right.
That's the second nigga, but
He wasn't a nigga all the way.
But even so, like being a man in that position, there's gonna be a lot of power that comes with it. Like if KK was the first female black president, I ain't got shit to be ashamed of. I feel like look what I won.
I'm saying I think a nigga, I don't know, bro. I don't think if it was a real nigga,
he probably won't be in there.
He probably could do it.
If he was a real nigga, he'd have the Secret Service fucked up. It'll be all Bloods, all Crips, or some shit.
some extra shit. The white man man seemed cool. You know, he happy to have her, and he had her for a while.
I know they had a lot to do with jail, niggas going to jail.
In the 80s.
Hell yeah. So, you know, I don't support that.
One thing I do understand on what you're saying, like, is deeper than her just putting people in jail. Like, when you get hired to do a job, you just doing your job. Like, I'm saying that because I got an uncle who's a lawyer. And it's been cases that we knew this nigga was gonna lose. Like, it's no way he gonna beat this case, but he still takes the case. He still speaks on his defense and try to get him as least time as possible, and he's still going home with $100,000. It's like, damn, you fighting the wrong people. You know he in the wrong, but you're not fighting to prove he's right. You fighting for his time. But in court, it seemed like you fighting to prove it's right, but you really trying to get that time down. So you doing your job.
Yeah, but I mean,
even if you know the person wrong, you doing your job. You ain't gonna be like, well, shit, I don't want that check. You went to school to be a lawyer, you gonna get that bag.
Yeah, if that's the
Now, if the nigga get off, that's on the jury. Like, y'all know all the cases. Like, I might have been a better speaker than them, but if he gets off, that's on the jury. I did my job to plead to get him as less time as possible.
Then it's like, how deep in history do we hold people accountable for the shit that they did? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a young lawyer that's trying to, I don't know, secure numbers and not even realizing the impact that they have, and then 20 years later, they like, damn, you know, I was young and I was, you know, I didn't know all of this shit was really going on. I'm deep in the game and I see the fuckery. And then, you know, how many black people died since then, all the shit that done happened. You know, it's like, it's going to change your perspective, because people like to dig into motherfuckers' history and be like, oh, this person once said the word nigga in 1989 on a playground in front of two. Like, come on, bro.
You have to let stuff go, and you got to look at stuff in its time. In that time, that's what that was surrounded by. She was doing her job. She wasn't thinking, years down the line, I'm gonna run for president, and this is gonna be something that gets in the way because I prosecuted so many people, when I was just doing my job. I was employed to do this job. My job is not to prove that they did it or didn't do it. I'm just trying to
win
get
the case.
You're trying to win the case so you can get them as less time and no time.
That's what she was.
You get more money.
What was she?
A lawyer?
She was a defense lawyer or a DA?
I thought she was like I think she was a prosecutor, huh?
I believe it was prosecutor.
But that's her job title. Like that, if I'm working for Coke when I first turned 20, and then I turned 30 and I start working for Pepsi, after 10 years they ain't gonna be like, man, you used to work for Coke 20 years ago. Like,
first of all, that math didn't add up, but it's all right.
No, I'm saying that math added up because I started 20 years ago at Coke, but I don't work for them no more. I quit.
Right.
But it's like you bringing that up in my past, like I'm fighting against Pepsi when it was like, hey, I was doing my job back then.
Right. All we can do is wait to see what.
Yeah, go ahead.
No. I was just saying all we can do is wait to see what the bitch gonna do now.
But that's not something those are two different things. Like, you can't try to bring that her past stuff, like what you were saying.
It wasn't just her either. They were talking about Biden, you know.
It wasn't just her. It was it was what they represented. It's what they stood for. And they're not mentioning it now.
You know, that's another thing
they still standing. Or was she just standing for it because the people she worked for stood for it? And then now she's, you know what I'm saying?
Look what has happened since then and now. Yeah. In the world period.
At that time, you was working and you didn't understand what was going to happen, what would be the ramifications. But now you know better.
It's nice to think about it like that, but I'm sure she didn't get that last position thinking like that, though. She got that last position because she knew what to do and she played her part. You know what I mean? People know what the ramifications are.
When you say playing,
they know what's gonna happen. If people know, man. If I shoot the gun, I may not know it's gonna kill the person, but I know it's gonna do it.
No, it's gonna hurt them.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like people be knowing, and I ain't gonna take that away from them.
Of course you know where it's going, but you don't know that it's something that's going to affect you in the long run and come back up and hurt your career.
But that shouldn't be the reason, the thought process when you do this shit.
It's not gonna be the thought process.
Okay.
The thought process,
is this gonna come back and bite my ass? Let me not do it.
The right thought process is I'm gonna do right by this person because this is what they deserve as a person every single time. Now, if you fucking over people here and there just to get by, or if you doing the job to get the money and not doing the job for the right thing, then you doing the job for the wrong reason.
Most people doing the job for money. Bro.
Most people do it for the money. So what you think she was doing it for?
No, I'm just saying her. I'm saying people in general.
In that time, it probably been for the next position. The next position is gonna get you what? More status, more money.
That's why I feel like if you are a person that chooses that to begin with, you know what I mean, and stays, like a lot of people, anybody could choose it, you know, wanting to dream or whatever. But once you get there and you see what's going on and you choose to stay, you know, and I think those people, like.
Well, you gotta.
Shit,
what about the people?
At that point, where do you go? Because if you leave, then it's like you too big to just walk away, and it not be nothing. So
yeah,
you have to.
But it's gotta be like if you're dealing in that arena, it gotta be a situation where it's like an ethic thing, where, as soon as you get up in there,
why not get
something can't happen to make you like, okay.
So why not get to the point?
Fuck up my mama and them.
I think so. Just say she knew what was gonna happen, knew it was wrong, and wanted to be a change. Why not wait till you get to that position where you can start making that change? Because even if she'd have said something back then, she still wasn't at the position where she could make a change.
That's true. So even if this was a big ruse and then she gets to the point that she is right now and start crip walking in her chucks,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Slanging her pearls, you feel me? Like, drop her husband, get her a real nigga.
She got to do something for the Bloods too, because she going to divide the country again.
It's already, they divide themselves.
But you gotta, I feel like what's gonna happen is gonna happen, but you gotta work yourself up to a position where you can make some change. I feel like now she's in a position where she can make change. If she make it to the presidency, she's in an even greater position, because a lot of stuff that happens to us, she's gonna be able to relate to.
I wouldn't say that.
Why not? It's gonna be a lot of pressure on her to not say nothing.
I'm not saying that the pressure won't be there. I'm saying it's not like she grew up in a black household with black parents and really know the black struggle. Even
what if violence start getting committed against Asians? She'll still be in an uncomfortable position.
The Asians ain't got no problems and qualms. You don't see nothing about Asian people complaining. They got their own communities. They own, you know what I'm saying?
Shit, we don't complain here at Love the Jam either. We got our own community.
We get Asian after we come in and leave. You come one way, but you leave Asian.
So, I don't know. I just feel like now she's at a point where she can kind of make some changes. Even if she can't do a whole lot, she'll be able to do something for the people on a more local level, and just at least raise awareness to some issues. I don't know what she gonna do. I don't know what they paying her to do, but the only hope is that she get in there and do something for us.
Yeah, but let me ask you a question, son. Why? And I don't understand. Okay, I'm gonna take this standpoint on it, right? Why do we go through this revolving door? I mean, ever since presidents been presidents in America, we do this every year. It has to be, because nothing new under the sun. So that means
it's a cycle.
As soon as black people can vote, you know what I'm saying? We got these hopes that somebody gonna get in the office and do something for the ghetto. You know what I'm saying? But
it's the local government that can actually do anything for the ghetto.
If anybody.
That's where I'm at with it. That's why I don't even fucking.
So, has anybody ever made the ghetto better? Let me ask that question.
I feel like where I live, I live right outside of Greenspoint, so I'm somewhat ghetto. I feel like that $600 was a ghetto blessing. When I get this other 14, that's a blessing too, because that's $2,000, and what did I do with it? Because if you got each household making themselves better, then the ghetto is better.
You misunderstand, I think, slightly.
I mean, it's just what you do with it. I feel like it made me better. I was able to take care of some things. I was able to do some stuff around the house. I did what I had to do. I did what I had to do with my 600.
Another kind of thing.
My 1200. I did what I had to do with mine. Okay. Now, as far as them giving a lump sum, like, you don't have I don't think we have the people in position that say they do something for the ghetto, like being serious, like, drop money in the hood. Well, we can actually build up our schools, stuff like that.
I don't mean like that. I mean, because all we've ever want. I mean, there was certain people. They made it seem like we fought for. We wanted equality, but equality came after they blew up our independence. You know what I'm saying? Like, so all we really wanted was independence. You know what I'm saying? A situation where we could separate and
self-sustain,
govern ourselves.
Well, we cannot be told what the fuck to do.
I mean, not even that. It's
Shit,
just,
you get fed up getting told what to do?
It's not even that, because when you govern yourself, there's a power that's over. You know what I'm saying? So, like, nah, son.
When you governing yourself.
meaning like okay, if we go to the southwest side and we get on, let me see, Fondren, and we take that hoe all the way down by like 59 in Houston Baptist, you know what I'm saying?
Shit,
right?
why you ain't hit bitch today?
That's not. I'm talking about the other side. See, you missing what I'm saying here.
My bad.
Okay, the point.
You lost me. When we went to the south.
The point that I'm making is, at one point, you're gonna start seeing the street signs is gonna be in Korean. You know what I'm saying? And the more you go in, we got a whole Korean establishment inside of a city. That's, you know what I'm saying? You could go to we could go down here to airline to Little Mexico. You know what I'm saying?
They got a hell of a flea market.
Exactly.
I ain't been there since the COVID though.
I'm saying it's like it's a whole flourish of their community where they can come here. They don't even really gotta learn English. They can stay and get everything they need in their community. Their money stays there
and live happily ever after.
And this is what this man is talking about. Our community ain't like that. We get our money and we go to other. There's no established places where we can go. Like even the Africans here have little duck offs where they got meat markets and African supplies, and you know what I'm saying. They're self-sustained. You know what I'm saying.
To do that, it's gonna take it takes money.
That's what the man is saying.
It takes money, but
then who do
we have more money
inside of us? Yeah, I know.
But we give it away to other ecosystems.
Yeah, like we got a lot of money.
Oh, I know.
We're the biggest spenders, period.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
So
shit, when I go to Chinatown, it be nothing but black people buying them crawfish out there.
Imagine.
It's just that.
Give me a sack too.
It's just that it's a problem if that happens, and we were to shift in that light, it wouldn't be to buy things. You see what I'm saying? So that's the problem, because the only way the people in power make their money is off consumption. You know what I'm saying? So
even on days when they have like we have a Buy Black Day, and it's to encourage African Americans to spend money at black businesses. You have to spend money to get there. Did you go to the black gas station and get your gas? Like if you're gonna buy black, you need to be black that whole day, because if you still bought the whatever, guy from Lebanon's gas, then you still bought them. You use that. What kind of car you driving? You still putting money in their pocket unless you go buy some cars from a black car dealership.
And that's what he's basically saying, is that we're not even able to do that realistically because we don't own shit. It's not a realistic option for people that's below, even the poverty line. You know what I'm saying? We're not owners.
Yeah, we're in like checkmate. Like we depend on them for everything. Our food, our everything. So because of that, you know what I mean, we ain't in position to be like, yo, let's go over here and let's do this together as a people. You know what I'm saying? We're not in position because everything we gotta do, everything we need
is imported, basically.
Yeah. So until it's like
we as a country like that. We as a country are like that. Like if we decide as black, if we have couple billionaires in here, and we say, hey, let's go buy some land. We're gonna build a couple buildings, businesses, move some families in. We're gonna cut ourselves off like we in a bubble, and we just gonna run our businesses like that. We still have so much in us as far as sicknesses and things we done been through, where we still have to pull medicines from outside. We still may have to go here for surgeries. We still may need an implant from outside of.
But that's,
it has to start somewhere like there though, because somewhere like there it'll grow out. You know, the city's only gonna be so big for so long until it starts to expand, and more people are gonna start coming. But you gotta have enough people with money and with the mind in the right place. Like we can take all our money, but we don't have enough money to put it in the right place.
That's the story. That's the story of
I wouldn't
us.
even say money, then I'd say skill set and knowledge.
That's what I'm saying. We don't.
You know what I'm saying? Like we do this land and we can grow our own food. Like there's
That's
people.
what we did. We didn't have grocery stores. We had markets.
Yep.
Like
Exactly.
people brought what they. You know what I mean, every family had their situation they brought to the market.
The table.
Yep.
So I don't know how we got off on this subject. However,
No, that's good talk. Like
okay,
I felt it. Hey, this I did want to say this. Get back to COVID-19. This shit get out of control. If you out and you around a bunch of people, just put on the mask. I don't care what you do around your house.
why Dub so
Be it.
quiet though? He just sitting there.
Hey yo, Doug, the
Quiet.
producer, what's good, baby?
We good.
I'm gonna get on your ass,
What's the deal?
husband. What you think about Kamala and all this other good shit?
I don't know, really Kamala and Biden, they didn't, they hold the niggas for a while. That's really talk, just to be honest. So I don't really cut for him like that. I ain't like Trump neither though, because he on Twitter too much. He got,
Yeah, that nigga be tweeting at 3 a.m. Like
yeah, he be doing extra things.
you be sleep doing his tweets.
I mean, the money cool. I take it for now, but it still ain't enough for what they owe us.
Oh yeah, shit.
If it's gonna be that way,
Shit, they owe us way more than
Way
$2,000.
more.
I just be
Yeah.
fucking with the money because shit, I be needing it. So
That's it.
I'm going
Yeah.
like I ain't just go get the money and go blow it out by J's and shit. Like I used it on something that I actually needed. I paid a bill, so that to get to a point where we want our own places when we paying bills. Who we paying the bill? Who providing electricity? Like, are we gonna live without it? Are we gonna
Nah,
how far are we going back to?
But that's what I'm saying. Even that's what I'm saying. When they before they put us on welfare and blew up everything, we had all that. We had our own electricity. We had our own busing systems. We had our own plane systems. We had our own everything we needed. To
Yeah, a lot of shit they do today.
We had it like. It's just that
He basically
they blew us out.
saying the country was not set up for us to be
Successful.
economically independent.
Yeah.
It was built on our backs, and we have to maintain that tie, whether it be as a consumer or an oppressed individual. You know what I'm saying?
And our greatest strength with what they're doing to us, our greatest strength is to work together.
I agree.
If you could have two families in two huge houses and y'all can come together and actually work together. You can have two trailers and have a successful community and build from that way out. That's how a lot of small towns started.
Yeah.
Like you can go out to Louisiana and a small town is running off a small town. It's nice to have a Walmart or something here now. It's nice to have a Dollar General now. Before it got here, we was making it. They was fishing, teaching the kids how to fish, doing this, doing that. Now we got a fish market. So it's like I'm saying one that we own because somebody is catching more of the fish or somebody's buying the fish from the people catching it. It's like our money going in each other's pocket.
And that's a lot cooler than the convenience of a Walmart.
Yeah. And
because that's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with laziness.
Yeah, part of that is,
not
but
wanting to do anything. So because they put it in our face, we like.
Because everybody have different mindsets of what enjoying life is. Like if you out there in the country, you hitting the streets, you going fishing, you running with your boys, like you're enjoying life. Yeah. You could be a rich kid in the city and be miserable. Like which one do you really want? You'll be that guy in the country wishing that you was in the city, but that guy in the city wishing he was in the country. It's just about making the best of whatever situation you in. And if we all take our money and move out to a country and we live off of each other and teach each other how to do certain crafts, we can build each other up. If we got enough money to start with, we got enough money to live with, and we got enough money to build with. It takes a lot of money because a lot of people gonna want to come. A lot of people gonna want to be a part of, but it's a lot of people scared to do it with a lot of money.
What if everything that money buys like fake? What if it's not even real? What if
It is fake. It ain't real.
So that's what I'm saying. So it's like, we would have to get rid of that too, right? We would have to get rid of the.
You would have
the one. Or the
you would
young,
have to get rid of it by spending it on stuff that you don't have to buy anymore. You would have to go buy trees and plant trees, but you would need enough money to live until those trees were grown.
Would you do it?
I would definitely do it. I'm down for that. I would love to be in the country. I don't need all the electronics. I just need me and God. Like, I like that peace and quietness.
Yo, peace to my boy Sonny Soprano, man.
Hey,
Of course you gonna be
Sonny.
What up, man?
What's good? What's good?
What up, Sonny Soprano? He in another state, New York or something, huh?
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, he a long way away.
Right
I
there.
can't even afford to
Ride
catch a
that
bus there.
wave.
Man,
Come ride that way, right? That's the song? Yeah. Come ride that way. I look raggedy. How y'all doing? Miss Lovey, Queen of all things indie. What's up, Sonny? We got you in rotation still, boy.
Yep. What's good, man? Appreciate you rocking with us, man. You had it on my shoulder. At least you know what my shoulder look like.
You stupid. Get that shoulder out of the lineup.
It's going
Come ride
down.
that way.
Let's take a quick break, love. It's about 8:40 right now. Hey,
Okay.
appreciate y'all tuning in. We'll be back. We're gonna pull up a little bit. www.